Hello and welcome to the session. Now, apart from the basic topics, finding the element, WebDriver, class methods and all. So now let us proceed to the other part, that is how to interact with the element in an advanced way. Now, this is important in the context that whenever your project scope increases or it is expanding, so there are a lot of other things has to be done. So this advanced topic will be helpful there. Now, what are the things we'll be covering? So these are the additional topics we'll be covering this advanced discussion. So let's get started. Now, what is this? So drop down, we will see drop down. So drop down is basically when you select, date or MMDDYY, or you choose your start and end destination or any kind of thing. So drop down is basically selecting something from a values, set of values. So for example, this website, if you see there is a drop down here and there are a couple of options here. Okay, so how to select this element, how to find this element? This is a selector for this. So if you see id equal to drop down, so I'll be using a drop down class, and in the drop down class I'll be passing this web element. So how to do that? So driver.get, so I will go to this particular URL, and I will be using this select class object. Now where is this select class here? So select class is somewhere, it's in the Selenium package. Okay, now new select, we have to create an object of the select class, and we have to pass a web element on which we want to do select operation. Okay, so now I will do a select. Now how can I select a particular element? So s1 by the object, so s1 dot set select by value, select by value. So the value is something. So if you see here in this, there are three values here. One is this value disabled, then this value 1 and value 2. Okay, now another thing is you can select by visible text. So how many visible text are there? So, please select an option, option 1, option 2. These are the values which will be, these are the visible text here. Okay, other thing is select by index. So whatever number of indexes are there, so there are number of elements here, so select index by that particular index. Okay, so index and value is not same, it is different. Okay, and then it will quit the browser. Now if you sometimes it so happens that the drop down options, you want to know what are the options available in the drop down, so you can do it using get options. Okay, s1 dot get options will give you all the options available, and you can print it, or you can put an assertion that some option is present, some option is not present. So let's just run it. So now it has come to that website. Let us choose option 1, then option 2, and then again option 1. Okay, and the program will close. So that's what it is. So it has done 3 times select operation and it will quit. Now next is the actions class. Okay, actions class. So what is actions class? So apart from doing the normal operations, for example clicking on a web element or sending some text, okay, we can do certain other operations also. For example, we can do something like mouse hovering. So what is mouse hovering? So if you see in this page, now this is a sample website. Now if you see this drop downs everywhere here, right? So now what I'm doing, I'm just putting my mouse there. Okay, I'm not clicking on it, but I'm just putting my mouse there. So then let's say I want to hover here and select some other option, so that is basically hovering. So hovering is possible using this actions class. So this actions class is also in the Selenium package, somewhere in the Selenium package. Okay, now again we need to create an object of the actions class and use it. Now actions, so a2 dot move to element. So move to element will basically hover on that particular option. Okay, now to this move to element method, we need to pass a web element. So I'm just passing web element on which element I need to do uh, uh, hovering. Now in this example, move to element 3 times. So that means I will be doing hovering 3 times on 3 different elements. Now remember, for actions class, we need to do this dot build dot perform method. We need to use it. We need to call this. This is really important in online, other website examples and all. Sometimes you will find that a2 dot move to element dot perform, or a2 dot move to element dot build only. But it is a good practice to do dot build dot perform to get the desired results all the time. Okay, now unfortunately there is no delay I can introduce between these three hovering. So when I run it, it will basically quickly hover between these three elements and it will stop. And but it will be happening very quickly. Yes, so it has hovered on this 3 1 2 3 elements. Okay, and the program will anyway close. uh, Now what is next part, that is drag and drop. Now what is drag and drop? So it's pretty simple that you want to drag some element and drop it on some point. So that is drag and drop. Let's just see the drag and drop. Right, so there is a element here which I want to drop here. Okay, drag and drop. So that can be done again using the actions class. Okay, actions. So it needs from where to drag and to where to drop. Okay, so find the element and we need to pass these two elements in the actions class. So actions class dot drag and drop method is there, from element to element dot build dot perform. Okay, let us see this. Okay, so it has loaded that web page. Yes, so it has done drag and drop. Okay, now next thing we will see is double click. Okay, so in advanced automation or some of the situations we might need to do double click. So how to do double click? We have a direct method here. So actions class a4 object and dot double click, and we need to pass on the element on which we want to do double click. Okay, and obviously dot build dot perform. Okay, this also will be similar. So what I'm doing, basically I will be clicking on uh, some of the element in this website. So I'll be doing a double click here. Okay, so let's just run the double click thing. If you see, the bottom title is organization, and now once it double clicks it will be, yeah, so facts and figures. It will go to facts and figures. Okay, so that is double click. Now in this case, so how to press a particular key? Okay, up down, up key, down key, and so on. So that can be done again using the actions class. So actions class send keys we can also do uh, using this, or we can also see like we can also send keys like control A. So two keys at the same time we can send. So that is also possible using actions keys. So for now I will go to this website. This is basically infinite scroll. So if you see here, so if I just scroll down, if I press page down, so if you see, it is auto incrementing the page at the end. Some text is automatically added at the end. So that is the auto scrolling or infinite scrolling. So I just want to press the I just want to exercise how to do keyword, how to press a particular keyboard key. Let's just run it. So this will be pressing the down key 3 times. One time page down. Okay, so it has finished. So this is how it is. Now another thing is sending multiple keys. So what is sending multiple keys? So if you see here, as I was telling, control and send keys A. So control, like keys down, control and A. So it will send control A. Okay, so and dot build dot perform. Let's just run it. Yeah, so control A means it will select all the text. Okay, now this is about sending keys multiple times. Um, what next is the context click. Context click is basically right click. So I'll be going to this particular website, and on a particular element I'll be doing a right click operation. And so there's a method called as context click and dot build dot perform. Let's just run it. So there's a text box. In that text box I'll be doing a right click. Right, so it has done right click. Okay, so this is about the actions class, and there are many other things also possible using actions class. You can still explore more. Now next thing